I've been picking up on celebration energy. I've been returning from the underworld. So I walk through the underworld. I travel in the ethereal realm of source and infinite possibilities, and I'm here now to express myself in what some might call the middle realm. I've got the unconscious self and consciousness and coming into form in this, 3D realm. Hello, beloved beings. So much love. Thanks for joining me today. So what I'm feeling right now for this channel, transmission, activation, whatever it is for you, the space for me to come be me. And enjoy a nice warm coffee and some time just expressing my most authentic self and the things that come in through me, as me, for me. So today, as I was preparing for this and feeling into what I really felt like doing in this time, I was picking up on a few different medicines that wanted to kind of come in. One was the medicine of Lang Lang essential oil, really wanting to support the body softening and allowing for love to then come fully in and expressed. So it's this, when we're in this protection mode, fight, flight, fear, freeze, the body is really constricted in a way of a self-protection mechanism, almost like bracing for impact is what I was feeling. And this Lang Lang is wanting to soften the body and then invite in love and lust, euphoria, pleasure. And it's just very soft and subtle and like what makes you say, that kind of energy. I also felt really called to this kind of white cream candle and cinnamon energy, and just also my own, embodiment. I always can tell what energy I'm kind of like feeling, being, articulating, bringing forth, and was really feeling connected to source, yet also like really grounded and earthy energies. And I usually had been recently sitting in the temple space and kind of got my space set up there to do that again. And like the woods were calling me out. The birds were calling me outside. The stillness and the crispness of this cool winter day for me where I am was really just calling me back outside. Personally been on a kind of an inner journey, working on my inner world, allowing myself to feel and be all the things and love the hell out of them, right? And now coming, calling us back to integrate that out and express ourselves outside and interface. If you've watched my previous video on interfacing with the outside world after some inner world architectural work to come interface again. So yeah, it's been really calling that divinity within to now come express outside and to come back into some groundedness in this earthly realm. And so it was this feeling of bridging and coming into full embodiment of the all. So the ethereal earthly, or the ethereal realm with the earthly realm. And I was getting this like beige color of that. It's like that like beautiful harmonious mixture of that. And it came through with this beautiful white candle and this really earthy cinnamon energy coming together to produce this smoke and this fire igniting that in you. And this fire that comes alive, your flame, your spark, your divine essence and expression of energy that wants to come alive in you when the heavens and the earth, your source and divine self, is fully integrated into your embodied physical self here. That merger, that sacred union of masculine and feminine that I talk to, and that child coming, that light being born. I was picking up on all that. So like super beautiful, like yet calm and at total peace for simply existing, right? Love of life as it is, love for physical form, yet with so much awareness of the magic and the divinity of the all and the source that we all come from. It also came with a warm cup of coffee and cinnamon and cacao and a little splash of cardamom. So supporting that activation of fire, yet groundedness. So something else I've been picking up on is like, we've been slowly and sometimes swiftly, somatically clearing and embodying more of our divine self, more of our truth, more of our empowered, loving self that is clearing of projections and past experiences that made us feel disempowered and forget who we are and the truth within and the source expressing itself as pure love and bliss for all of that human experience of life. That I can feel, I'm tuning into like some constriction in the middle to low back, and I'm just noticing like, it's like we've been again constricted in the body, and that Lang Lang really wants to soften and open that up instead of living in this protection mode from past experiences. So this is like heart space for me in the past of what you've received from your personal experience in the past, perceived past, and like that pain then has closed the heart space and also created this like protective barrier over it. And you have to come back to loving yourself, loving your body, getting cozy and comfortable with a warm drink and a good friend, right, for a chat, to slowly soften, open, and trust yourself again, trust the world again, trust God's source divinity again, and just leaning into that love, even though it comes with loss in this experience, right? It comes with pain. To feel grief of loss is to have loved. To feel those emotions that we feel in this human experience often points to the root of love. Love was not there in return, or love was taken from you, or whatever degree of separation of that connection to love source inside you and out was separated in some way. And but if you strip it all down to the source, it's all about love. And so it's returning to yourself and to source through love and the heart space, and choosing to love again and love all of life, and that it's worth it to have this experience, to feel it all. It's instead of living like we've already lost because of the fear of what we have experienced in the past, right? So picking up on that pain that we're just trying to like honor, yet also invite in. It wants to really invite in this like softening and opening up again, to receive. So this is receiving in for me, can also come this way, and then also what we give out. And so when we close this all off, our heart space, like we're just like protected to receive anything because of what we've received in the past. We're like not doing that again, and then protecting what we're giving out. And so sometimes we can give out conditionally, we can give out in actually a really manipulative way in order to protect our own heart. We can be people pleasing, all the things. So I don't need to go into that right now, I don't think. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And then the last little bit that came in right before getting on here was my left foot. Huge pain on the top of my left foot, like I dropped something on it. But I don't recall dropping or kicking anything. Anyway, it won't go away. It's very persistent. So that to me, it's feminine energy, left side of the body. And then the pain from walking in that wisdom, walking in a flow state instead of the more masculine, knowing, knowledge-based, what I've experienced, repetition, what I know I can prove works, the patterns that you've experienced, and controlling it in that way of a knowledge, mind-based, masculine way of experiencing life. It's like, it's the pain there that's keeping us from, again, receiving and walking and trusting and being in the present moment in flow state. That's feminine, is here in presence, in form, in the earthly realm, in nature, that feminine wisdom and embodiment in form to flow into creative energy, to take that creative energy and move with it as well. So something about being able to walk that way, to move with flow, to also be okay to sit in the stillness and the silence until you really feel called to and inspired, divinely inspired to move, versus creating from this place of control and lack and fear. And I've been really picking up on this energy this week that wants to like pull those neural pathways and wiring and past experiences online and even emotions to like manipulate ourselves into staying safe in those old patterns that control and hustle and create our outside world from this space. But it's in a lack space. It repeats the same outcome as well, and we end up burnt out, disconnected even more frustrated, more protected. And so it's asking us to slow down and simply be and allow the feelings that come up when you do allow yourself to go against the current of those collective narratives. There's big undercurrents right now, just really being moved by fear and anxiety. And just being and seeing what that message is for you, what's wanting to turn on in you, and do you still want to live that way? Is that a pattern you want to keep? Is that a pattern you want to rewire? Is that a power that empowers you? Is that a pattern that empowers you? Did I say power? Is that a pattern that cultivates connection in your life, inside and out? Or is it a pattern of disconnection, of fear, of isolation in a way that could be self-sabotaging or disempowering for yourself and others? So just a pulse check there, wanting to come in. So those are the body feels. So there's been a lot in a very short time of opening up. So let me just take a minute, and I invite you to take a minute, if you're still flowing with me, to give yourself whatever it feels good for you right now in a pause moment, in a moment of nothingness, which is infinite possibilities, which can be scary for the mind. But just think for one moment that you're choosing to sit in the stillness, in the nothingness, and the expansiveness of infinite possibilities. Your body can soften, simply be. There's nothing to do. And what do you naturally want to do? What do you feel inspired to give yourself, whether it be a nice long breath, a stretch. Sometimes you take that moment and you realize that you're hungry or you need to pee. It's like, whoa, my body just told me, like, I really need water or whatever it is. Like, we don't slow down enough. We've, again, neglecting the body, the femininity, the earthly realm in a way of working with it and dancing with that intuition and letting that instinct to protect the intuition, not to control it. That's, again, masculine and feminine powers are dancing for divinity, and it shouldn't be a battle. It's felt like a battle of the divine self, or a battle of the, I should say, adolescent selves. And it's like trying to figure out, like, that divine union. Like, we are one, yet we are individual. And we all play that perfect part. So just, yeah, feeling into it. Do you need to take a breath? Do you need to take a walk? A sip of coffee? Just giving yourself what would fill you up in this one moment. You deserve that. And then you take it to the next moment and the next. Small micro changes to reprogram those patterns. And sometimes in that moment is when you simply are holding space and love for those emotions that don't want you to sit there. Anxiety comes in. And then you say, okay, how about I hear you. What's going on? Where are you in my body? What do you have to say? What are you wanting to do instead? And then, even inviting that in of, like, what if that's not true anymore? What if this part of you that feels like you need to go do whatever it is and hustle more and do more, force more, that doesn't believe that you can rest and receive and simply flow as the one and the all of life. It's not efforting, effortlessly unfolding as life. Take that one in. Effortlessly unfolding as life. One inspired action at a time, cultivated from moments of nothing and stillness that are just as beautifully divine and content. Heaven and earth as one, doing its thing. Creating, being it all, and doing nothing. Yeah. Okay, so if you're still with me at all, I'm just going to open up a little deeper and see what kind of channeling and language wants to come through to support that after I get my sip of coffee. Which is the perfect temperature now that I had this chat. And also, if you want to chat with me, I'm opening services back up, space back up, I should say. I really like that word, space over services. I don't know, that's just coming to me. I'm opening space back up for connecting with me. I've been on an inner journey of healing. I've been finding all parts of myself and pulling me all my fragments together and, like, loving all of them. And now they all want to come out as, like, Bren, right? And I also am a new mama, and that is a rite of passage. So I'm just now, it's like celebration fires. Pew, pew, if you can hear those. I don't know if you'll pick those up, but it's like, pew, pew, pew. I've been picking up on celebration energy. I've been returning from the underworld. So I walk through the underworld. I travel in the ethereal realm of source and infinite possibilities, and I'm here now to express myself in what some might call the middle realm. I've got the unconscious self and consciousness and coming into form in this, 3D realm, this embodied state, and some call the middle self, which I kind of like, So anyway, here I am, and I'm opening back up because it is time for my chapter and more space is being created for me. So if you want to have a call, a chat, or specifically a channeled session, I'm starting to feel into that. So just check my description link and all that details are in there to see if it feels juicy for you or not. Oh Let's see what's in there. I just heard some cows. You know, cows are very sacred in certain cultures. So, just honoring that sacredness in you. And don't forget, I honor that in you as a reflection of you honoring that in you. You are the sacred. Are you honoring your sacredness? Pew, pew, pew. I love the shots in there. Like, pay attention to this. Pay attention. They almost sound like fireworks. There's definitely a celebratory. All right, so I'm getting the ping in the throat. So that means I'm just going to open up for divine consciousness to come through in any form that it takes through channeled messages. Some might call this light language. Some might call this tongues. Some might call this crazy. Call it what you want. Receive what you want. It is what it is. It's spontaneous channeling, and I am simply a portal and messenger for transmissions, activations, shamanic, and somatic experiencing. Settling into the heart space, clearing. There's been some clearing energy coming before I jump on this session as well, clearing the channel for me, but also telling me that there's some clearing to do here, some alchemy. Love, all I hear is love and celebration. Personal message for me as well, like celebrating me choosing to do this. Because this is me, my love in form, in my individual expression. My heart is celebrating all of my work in self-love. And breathing into the unconditional love that the heart space holds. The space is able to love it all. The entire experience that we get to receive in these human bodies, in this earthly realm, in form, the formless in form. Without this form and this degree of separation, and there are many degrees of separation, it wants to be communicated, there are many degrees of separation. And we may polarize in these to the most extreme degrees of separation in order to see ourselves and love ourselves and bring those extreme parts into a harmonious stance inside with self-love. It all belongs. Yet when we feel and believe and are told it does not belong, it can polarize and feel separate. If you are feeling a lot of separation in your life, in your experience, in your world, whatever that looks like, inside or out, I'm being guided into prayer hands. Just sitting and bringing and envisioning and holding where you feel pain, separation, disconnection, division, and bring these parts, these feelings, these experiences, these entities, these parts of you, these whatever it is that you're holding in your hands that feels separate, disconnected. Bring them together in love. in the heart space. This is an aspect of masculine and feminine divine union, the creators coming together over the heart space, Christ, unconditional loving consciousness, the child, the curious, connected, all-loving child energy in the heart space that comes from the divine union of masculine and feminine within. That's what's here for you today. Tuning into your heart space and feeling what comes alive for you when these energies come together. The Trinity comes alive in you. Your childlike wisdom, curiosity, playfulness, love of life in its most simple form, yet tethered into the magic of all the infinite possibilities. To a child, this realm holds everything and can produce anything. It knows no boundaries until it is given them. Remember that part of you. In every moment and every breath, infinite possibilities of creation exists. Someone may have told you that the world you dream of, the life you dream of, the experience you dream and long for doesn't exist, isn't possible. That is not true. Satani titia sakahutu huanata kasaidana taitia kahutu hukua sataka. Anaya nene tia tu huku huduana istikata kuotatana a ayesitakana tuku huku satana akiata o. You have been misled. Siana takiyata kaku tuku distracted. Hakayasata tuku anandata kayatuku utugata from the truth that you are. Hakayisitakana. Let that rage and anger point you back to love. Do not let it disempower you. Do not let it turn into war energy. You are a greater leader than that. You are a stronger leader than that. You have forgotten this. You have fell for a trap. I'm here to burn that lie. Burn that tether. Burn that veil of illusion, delusion down. Calling you back to right use of your power, divine use of your power. My pup Arjuna just started chiming in. Arjuna, I want to look at the story of Arjuna, the reluctant warrior, the heart warrior. Many lessons there on learning how to be a warrior of love. Loved humanity. Loved his people. Sitia nakaya tana utukua kahata satani tiataka. Ako tukua sataka nataitiki ataka usuhukua nana. Akasa kaina nata ekatukua sakayata. Hayana uaka yisi tini ni kuukua akaya.
さたあかなたあくくわた。 Yes, あかなたあくくわた。 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 Yes, あかなたあくくわた。
This masculine energy just really wants you to come back to your true power. Power of love, of strength, of assertiveness. Not of war, not attacking, not destroying, not overprotecting, and not overpleasing and submitting. Simply being your own authority of love. You are it. And that is it, my friends. Until next time, be your beautiful, beloved self.